All right, guys, Jeff here. Just going to go over a couple of real quick things. I get asked all the time because people that seen my builds have seen that I've made some really elaborate, fancy, better than off the shelf, I think, solar generators. But I wanted to just show you real quick, you don't have to overcomplicate it. In fact, if you're trying to just start with some type of basic solar generator, I'm just going to show you a handful of components that if you don't mind them loose, meaning that they, the components aren't neatly packaged in any kind of box or anything like that, how simple it is to derive energy from the sun and then convert it into power that we're more used to using, that 110 power. And I'm just going to show you a couple of devices that you can keep around the house. It does not cost a lot of money to get into. You don't have to do any kind of building, and just simplifying that. So here we go. First thing is first. So you're going to need some type of power source. Now here I'm just showing a very small 100 amp hour 12 volt battery, about as simple as you can get. I do have these in, I've got a couple of batteries up here on the shelf here as well. These are basically your lead acid type batteries. They're 12 volt batteries. So they provide the same type of energy that you get out of the PO4 batteries or your lithiums and anything like that. So you need to have some source of battery. Okay, that's what you're storing the electricity in. Now, for simplicity's sake, if you're just having this for emergency purposes, one of the things that's nice to have is a basically a smart charger, because this will allow you to charge from lithium to AGM lead batteries like PO4. It'll even detect if you have any problems with your batteries and help repair them. But having this around will allow you to keep these floated and charged 100% while you do have power. So when you do have power in the house, if you want to make sure you have some batteries charged up, make sure you have one of these and occasionally come by and put the charger on them to make sure that they stay fully charged. The lithium batteries or the PO4 batteries don't discharge like the lead. So this one, you can charge it up and pretty much guarantee it's going to have the amount of juice that you put in it. These do leach out power, and it's best to keep them running and used and charge and discharge and charge and discharge if you want to extend the life of these. That way, the more you use them, actually, the better. As long as you're fully charging them and fully depleting them. Well, not fully depleting, but using them. The point is that. So once you have your power sources, then you just have to have a way to get the power that's in this to use it in something like this, a battery charger, a fan, a refrigerator, whatever it is, and that's where this comes into play. So here I just have a really small, inexpensive 1500 watt inverter, and this one takes 12 volt batteries and 12 volt power source, converts it to that 110, as you can see that, up to a 1500 watt type device. So fans, battery chargers, laptops, you name it, anything under that, lighting, lamps, a lot of those type of things will be able to run off of this 1500 watt unit, and you're simply connecting red to red and black to black, and that gives you this 12 volt battery will now provide the power that you need. Now, how long it will provide that power depends on what it is that you're running. So if you're running something that's peaking out at 1500 watts all day long, high amperage, you're going to deplete a battery like this pretty quick. But if you're running something small like a refrigerator, low amperage, low wattage, this 1500 watt inverter is going to be plenty good and strong to provide that power. And this 100 amp hour, surprisingly enough, will run that easily all day, if not longer. So you just have to know what it is that you're going to run. And then lastly, if the power is out, you just need to have a way to put power back into this. So again, the three simple components, you need to have a battery or power source, a way to charge it. When the power's on, you're going to use this kind of thing, a smart charger. When the power is out, this enters in basically your solar panel. This happens to be one of my favorite ones just because it's very portable. It even folds up. You can see it has handles, folds up like a suitcase or a briefcase. and deploys really fast, really easy. Great panels, no glass to break on them, which is really nice. And it has its own little kickstands on the back. So this one's a great way to then provide power back into your batteries. Now, a lot of these panels will have their built-in charge controllers, and this one, I can't remember, no, this one does not. So you'd need a little charge control to help get you the power off of that. And I've got a couple of those around here. But a lot of the panels nowadays come with a little charge controller built into them. So you're literally able to just hook up right into these terminals here and have that deployed out in the sun. And while you're using the battery power off of one, you could be charging another, or you could be using the solar panels directly to help power up your devices. But long story short, we do sometimes overcomplicate things. And when it comes down to the simplest terms, you need a storage device, a converter device, and one way to either recharge up your storage device, either, with your AC connection or shoreline, or your solar panels. So guys, bottom line is, that's it. That's all there is to it. You can be a lot more fancy and add charge controllers and battery monitors and tenders, fusible links and things like that will obviously make it more functional and better and safer if you're using them indoors and things like that. But bottom line, that's how you can get started with this. So anyway, if you like this content, by all means, feel free to like it, share it, and subscribe to it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time on The Lowdown.